What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. As you guys can see, I've got the Ducati behind me and a big fat smile on my face. I just gave this bike a nice clean guys, and I'm super excited to start working on it. In the previous video, I gave you guys a walk around of some of the damages that I spotted on this bike and some of my plans to fix them. If you haven't seen that video where we also got to fire up this bike, I'll link it up at the top here so you guys can go and check it out. But the plan for this video is to start stripping off some of the damaged parts on the bike and start fitting a couple of new parts that I managed to get. So I want to get the mirrors off the bike. Then I want to get both the rider foot peg and the pillion foot peg off the bike. Then I want to take off that rear wheel so we can get a better look at it and send it off to get fixed. I think those are some of the things that I want to sort out right now. I will leave this clutch cover for a bit later because the one that I've ordered isn't here yet, and I don't want to open this up and leave this exposed. So we'll take this out when our new clutch cover is here. Unfortunately, that means we're going to be dripping oil until then. But that should be fine because we still need to do our oil service on this bike. So we are going to eventually drain out all the oil and replace it along with the oil filter. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start removing these foot pegs just so we can get a better look at the damage on them. And I'm mostly curious about this one because I'm not really sure what's the story with that one. So I'm going to take those off and then we'll move on to the rest of the stuff. Yeah, so this is actually worse than I thought. So I initially thought it was just a crack, but as you guys can see, this thing just completely snapped off. And even the rod, it's a bit bent. So it's bent here at the top, and at the bottom it seems to have broken off. So I believe there's supposed to be like a retaining clip somewhere here, and that piece that would have a groove on it just snapped off as well. So yeah, I definitely need to get a replacement foot peg, and hopefully I can get this pin as well. But yeah guys, there's a rider foot peg out. Time to move on to our passenger foot peg. Alright guys, we've got the foot peg out, and just like I thought, so this pin here that slides in through the foot peg broke off at the end. So this similar thing to what happened to our rider foot peg seems to have happened to this passenger foot peg, where this rod it kind of broke off at the end here where it would have the retaining clip. What's puzzling to me is that this passenger foot peg has absolutely no marks on it. It's got no scratches that would indicate that it took some sort of impact, which would explain why this guy broke off. But because we don't have that, I have absolutely no idea how this could have broken off. Let me know in the comments what you think could have happened here. But cool, we've got both foot pegs off the bike. It seems like I only need to replace one, which is the rider foot peg that just snapped into pieces. And then for this one, the passenger foot peg, I just need to find that rod and the clip that goes with it, because as you guys just saw, the foot peg itself has 0 marks on it. So the next thing on my list is to remove the mirrors on the bike, or in this case, the mirror. So I've seen a whole lot of Ducatis and they look so nice without the stock mirrors. So I think I'm gonna give that look a shot. Personally, I always just keep the stock mirrors, but I'm gonna try something different with this bike. So I'm gonna take off these stock mirrors and replace them with block off plates. So taking these mirrors off is just a matter of undoing these 2 bolts that secure the mirrors onto the bike, and then there should be a connector for the turn signals, which I just need to unclip, and yeah, the mirror should just pop off. Alright guys, we've got the mirrors off, and man, I think I like this look, guys. To be honest with you, I was a little bit skeptical with running the bike without mirrors, but looking at it like this, I think this suits the bike. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean both these surfaces and start installing our block of plates. Okay guys, the plates are on, and I must say the fitment was pretty good. All the bolt holes lined up and everything. These were fairly easy to put on. I must say though, the black kind of looks a little bit out of place, but bear with me guys, because I did say we are gonna wrap this bike a little bit later, and I think these will work super nicely with the color that I have in mind. Plus I am thinking of getting a tinted windshield because I don't really like the clear ones. So just bear with me guys until we get all of that sorted. Now, time to address the elephant in the room, guys. Are we gonna run this bike without any mirrors? Quick answer is no. I managed to get some bar end mirrors that we're gonna fit in this episode, and some of you guys with a keen eye would have probably noticed this bar end is different from the one we had previously. And that's because I was doing a test fit to see if these bar end mirrors will work with the Ducati. Because unlike everyone else, Ducati decided to use these threaded bar ends which screw into the handlebar, and it makes it a little bit tricky for you to use universal bar ends because those typically just slide into the handlebar and then you tighten up a screw at the end to lock it in place. So I had to be a little bit creative with these bar ends that I got. So as you guys can see, these aren't threaded and they definitely won't work with the Ducati handlebars. So what I did is I took this metal piece, which didn't fit anyway, and replaced it with this rubber piece. That now allowed me to shave off bits of the rubber around the edges to get it to be the right size so it can fit in the handlebar, and I could tighten the bolt at the end, and then this rubber would expand and lock into place the same way this does. I mean, you guys can see that this isn't going anywhere. It's locked in there and it's definitely not gonna come off. So I'm gonna do the same thing for this side. I'm gonna remove this bar end, get this one fitted with the rubber piece, and then I'm gonna start putting on our mirrors. Yes. I love it when a plan comes together. Geez, guys, these look so nice. I mean, just check this bike out from the front. Oh, man, I'm so in love with this look. These are super nice and sleek. The build quality is pretty good. And as far as fitment goes, guys, these aren't going anywhere. So I'm pretty happy with the way they fit on the bike. All right, so bar end mirrors and block of plates installed. Time to move on to the rear wheel. So as you guys might have seen in the intro, I had to put a rod through the axle because this bike doesn't have any swing arm spools. That was the other day, so I hopped out and got these so we can fit them on the bike, because in order for us to remove the wheel, we're gonna have to take out the axle, and obviously that means we can't use the rod method anymore. So let's fit these quickly and start taking off this wheel. The wheel is off. I also managed to take off the rear sprocket along with that hub. I couldn't take off the rear brake disc because that thing feels like it's been welded on there. So I'm gonna let the guys that I'm gonna take the wheel to have a crack at it. I also tried taking off the tire, but for some reason this thing also doesn't want to come off. So I'm gonna take this to Just Bike Tire so they can help me out. Yeah, I guess today isn't my day, but let's inspect this bend real quick so we can send this wheel off. I had a closer look and I didn't seem to spot any cracks along the spokes or anywhere along the rim, so that's a pretty good sign. It seems like it's just this bend, and that should be easy enough for those guys to fix. All right guys, let me take this wheel to the repair shop and then we'll see how it turns out in the next episode. But that's gonna be it from me, guys. If you like what we've done to the Ducati so far, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon to be the first to see when that wheel goes back on. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.